Hello, this is the Truth Seeker, and this is starting off on a study of the book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1. We're starting off on a parallel Bible online. Verse 1 of the book of Hebrews in the New American Standard Version says, God, after he spoke long ago to the fathers in the prophets and in many portions and in many ways. Taking a quick look at the King James Version, I'm focusing in on the word fathers here. We see that the King James Version also uses the word fathers, and this version, I don't remember what that is, but it uses the word ancestors. This version here uses the word fathers. Darby uses the word to the fathers. And let's see, we take a look at another, here's American Standard Version. God having of old time spoke unto the fathers in the prophets by divers portions and in diverse manners. And Hebrew Names Version, God having in the past spoke to the fathers through the prophets at many times in various ways. So chapter 1 verse 1. So why am I focusing in on that word? Well, let's take a look at the Blue Letter Bible, and of course the Greek for this word, Strong's Concordance number is G3962. It's the word pater, and if you're familiar with Latin or Spanish, it's very similar to the Spanish padre. We can see that it could be translated nearest ancestor, father of the corporeal nature, natural fathers, or both parents. And it goes on. A more remote ancestor, founder of a family or tribe, progenitor of a people, forefather. So Abraham is called Jacob and David, fathers, i.e. ancestors, forefathers, founders of a nation. So why am I making a big deal about this word pater? Well, as most of you know, I am more inclined to see the New Testament writings from a Jewish perspective. And why would it be important to translate this word pater to the word fathers instead of ancestors? Well, in the English language, I don't know about the Hebrew, but in the English language, when we refer to the fathers in the Jewish world perspective, it's most definitely in regard to Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, and not only them, but the great rabbis of old, and also would include the prominent teachers of old that are mentioned in the scriptures. So, for a little more perspective on that, you just want to look at this book here called Pirkei Avot, and this is a traditional text, sayings of the Jewish fathers. Note the phraseology, Jewish fathers. This word here, avot, this is the Hebrew word for fathers. Actually, in the Ashkenazi traditional Hebrew, the T is pronounced as an S. So this would be abos. This would be, the V would be pronounced as a B. In the Sephardic, of course, Sephardic language, it's avot. So this is sayings of the Jewish fathers, and it's a most beloved text in Jewish circles because of its down-to-earth sayings. It's actually on a lot of different coffee tables. You might call this. It's not a coffee table book, but it's definitely a book that many Jews hold in very high regard. And so if you just take a look here at some of the comments in the first couple of pages. This is, of course, a Jewish classic. Perkei Avot. Notice the different rendering here, abot instead of avot, is indeed a classical bit that ancient Jewish classic, the Mishnah. So this is actually one section of the Mishnah, Perkei Avot. And let's go to page 4 here. Let's just start right here. This explanation does not, however, deter him from advancing another to the effect that this treatise is the basis of all subsequent ethical and moral teachings and doctrines, and the rabbis are, in consequence, the fathers, notice the terminology, or prototypes of all ethical teachers and moralists. Loeb attributes its use to the fact that the rabbis of Avot are the fathers or ancestors of Rabbinic Judaism. Hoffman states that the word Avot means teachers of tradition, and points to the expression Avot ha-olam, which translated literally is fathers of the world, but is used to designate most distinguished teachers, which is a true characterization of the rabbis of Avot. So this is just a little insight into the Hebrew worldview in the use of the word fathers and the significance of the word father. Now, going back to the Hebrews chapter 1 here. Let's see. Well, we just use this one here. We can see that, let's say American Standard Version, God having of old time spoken unto the fathers in the prophets by diverse portions and in diverse manners. And so what we're seeing here is an allusion to Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, all of the great fathers of the past, which the writer of Hebrews is referring to, that they are spoken to in dreams, possibly. They're spoken to in a revelation. Perhaps we know that he's probably referring to Moses. Moses was spoken to through the fire at the burning bush. We know that Abraham was spoken to by the angels and also the angel of the Lord. So this is what we're talking about in diverse manners that the fathers were spoken unto.